So as most of you most certainly have noticed, I decided to have the comments turned off for the video in which I released my version of Beethoven's Third Sonata. There are several reasons why I did this experiment, but before we touch upon those reasons, I want to make clear that not being able to stand the heat is not one of them. I would be not completely honest with you if I claimed that a comment given with the sole purpose to insult and to insult hard never lands. But the first thing one must learn when entering the amazing world of social media, and it is an amazing world, let's be clear on that, is to ignore those words given by people whose only purpose seems to be to constantly highlight the dark sides of human behavior. And for the record, our young friend Alberto's skin is impenetrable for those questionable attacks, perhaps even more than mine. So turning off the comments for the Beethoven video was not a request he made to me. Let's be clear on that as well. But the idea for this experiment grew while reading the comments given for the magnificent version he donated to the world of Schubert's Wanderer Fantasy. Here you had a 50 minutes recording played by an extremely talented young man, prepared for months, recorded at an instrument that I worked for literally 3 decades. An instrument that forced this pianist, who easily plays Prokofiev as well as Rachmaninoff, to the edge of technical despair, since it are absolute ignorance who claim these instruments to be easily playable, since they are not. A recording captured by a system that represents a value that I will not mention here, but for which I worked years like hell to pay for it. A recording that was made during a stay of several days in which my entire family needed to adapt to the recording schedule that I decided upon. A sacrifice certainly my youngest daughter makes happily, since it means more tablet time. But anyway, a sacrifice that is made every recording to be able to bring that message that we as artists see to you. All of that to give permission for some people to write this. As for instance a certain Borsani Marton. He says, "Sorry, I really fail to believe that Liszt indicated sight-reading speeds. The whole harmonic concept of the piece scatters at this snail pace. I think any professional musician of taste and sense has to object to this. Sorry." Or William Manico. "Albert," instead of Alberto, but whatever, "you are a very gifted and musical virtuoso, as is evidenced by you playing of the Rachmaninoff piece. There is no way, however, that Schubert envisioned a piece at this tempo. It loses all musical or emotional meaning at this tempo and makes no musical sense." Or Thomas Wood, who wrote this, "Ridiculous, preposterous." Christopher Lans seems to know for sure that, and I quote, "Radio kills the video star. Forget about the light and the good filming angles. If this performance was listened to on the radio or on Spotify, it would be excruciatingly boring." Or someone with the unique name Johnny English claims as a fact that "this makes no sense whatsoever. It does not stand musically. The Liszt tempo indication is 112 for first movement, 4/4 time, so should be played twice as fast. This is completely nonsensical. By the way, so many errors at this slow reading tempo. Wrong notes and beats are even left out. What about the phrasing? Each idea is broken down into so many fragments. A music killer. This must be a complete prank." I'm sorry for the voice, but anyway, in no uncertain terms, only with other wordings, these people flat out wrote, "Alberto, you're an idiot." Read those comments again if you doubt this to be the underlying message, and you'll see. And I don't know for you, but to me there is something fundamentally wrong in this. A gift like this, given directly from the heart and soul of a 24-year-old super talented musician, deserves a little more respect. Perhaps even a little more protection. protection from people who in fact don't deserve to receive the present. And so I shut down the comments for the next music video, which was my version of Beethoven's Third Piano Sonata. A day after, I organized a poll to ask your thoughts about this, and you responded massively. Well, over 500 of you clicked one of the three options I gave, and the result was pretty clear. I'll discuss this in a moment, as I will give you my personal conclusions for this experiment. But first, I'd like to share with you some fragments from an excellent video dealing with the exact same issues as we're talking about here. The link was sent to me by a good friend, a longtime viewer and supporter of the channel. And in this video, posted on a Catholic channel called Ascension Presents, Father Mike talks about the issue of expressing your opinion. He will first introduce the problem of the modern pressure of society to have an opinion on everything. And after that, he gives us a few points one should consider before giving that opinion. Whether you're Catholic or not, believe or not, this is a message that's applicable at large for any domain in life, but most certainly for today's use of social media. Let's listen, and I'll break it down after that.
So years ago, there was a guy named O.J. Simpson who was on trial for like some serious stuff. And so this was one of the first trials that I remember, at least, that was like fully broadcast. I don't know if it was just because it was the new 24-hour news cycle kind of a thing or what, but it was the first time I remember it being like, if you wanted to, you could have watched the entire trial. I did not want to because I had a life. But here's what would happen was people would always ask everyone, people would ask me like, hey, what do you think? What do you think, he's guilty? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's innocent? And my answer would always be the same, like, I don't know. And they would say, yeah, but what do you think? Like, I don't know. Like, no, but you at least you have to have an opinion. And my response was always this sense of like, no, I don't know enough to have an opinion. Like, I don't have enough information to have an opinion. If I wanted to have an opinion on the verdict of the O.J. Simpson trial, I would have to watch all of the coverage. I would have to see all of the evidence that is presented to the jury in order to make any kind of informed decision. I can't just rely upon a headline or upon some newspaper to tell me what they think is important. Like, again, I was relatively familiar with the details of the trial, but if I don't know, I have to say I don't have enough information to have an opinion. And then leave it at that. Now, that's not the same thing as abdicating one's responsibility to become informed, but there is such a thing as I don't deserve to have an opinion on this topic, or at least the opinion that I have is what I have to disclaim is an uninformed opinion. There's a big temptation to ask people to kind of, whether it's weigh in or criticize or correct other people or other organizations or whatever the thing is. And whenever we have that inclination inside of us, I think it's worthwhile noting a couple things. One is, I have to know the four questions. I need to know why, I need to know what, I need to know who, and I need to know how. If I really want to weigh in on something, I should evaluate my motives. Is my motive because I want to be right? Is my motive because I want to fix someone? Is my motive because, and I'm going to correct you because I'm just angry, I'm mad at you? Well, there are certain things in life for real that are worth being angry about. But there seems to be, sometimes, you can notice a certain kind of glee in people when it's like, oh, busted, see, we got you. Like, okay, so is this vengeance or is this justice? Is it vengeance is just, I'll feel better by, taking my aggression out on this person? Or is it for justice? Like, no, this is actually the right thing to do. So why? Number two is what? Like, what's the thing that I want to critique? What's the thing I want to have an opinion about? What's the thing I want to correct? Now, it has to be a real thing. It has to be the truth, not just something that's my opinion. It has to be like something that is a principle, not just a preference. Number three, who? Like, who am I? That's the big question. Like, what is my relationship with this person? If I'm going to offer my opinion, if I'm going to offer some correction, I have to be really, really clear on, is our relationship the kind of relationship that is open to me offering my opinion? When it comes to offering correction to someone, do I have their permission to offer them correction? Like, do I have their permission to offer them my opinion? Or is this unsolicited advice? The fourth thing is how. Obviously, how is going to be massively important. There are people who speak truth on a regular basis. They speak the truth that needs to be said, but we all know it's one thing to speak the truth that needs to be said. It's another thing to say it in the way that can be heard. Now, this is the key. Because why? Because there are two sides of communication. There's what's said and there's what's heard. There's what's offered, there's what's received. And so I think there's some people who like people who just kind of, pull the pin on the grenade and throw it into the china shop and let the grenade bowl, just kind of go to town. That typically is out of a sense of vengeance, isn't it? It seems to me. There's also another way to communicate hard truths or hard corrections or hard opinions, or even just, here's what needs to be said. How I say it needs to be based on the mode of the listener, on the mode of the receiver. Am I taking into account the person who I want to receive what I'm trying to say? Am I taking into account the fact that if I say it a certain way, then they'll get it, they'll hear it more clearly? Because I'm not saying this for myself, I'm saying it for them.
There is one element I would personally add to this excellent list, which is the word respect. Respect for everyone involved. First and foremost, the artist, who puts himself in an absolute vulnerable position by presenting his version of a certain musical work. Respect that. Be aware of that. Think if what he or she presents is something for you, and if it isn't, move on. Don't even think of staying. Why? And if you feel the need to stay simply to insult, think first what the reason is why you want to stay, why you want to insult, why you want to give your opinion, which is most of the time just a basic emotional reaction converted into words that seems to touch upon facts but actually don't. There is absolutely no danger to anyone coming from a few musicians who like to experiment with some different tempi for music written 200 years ago. Ask yourself why this triggers your emotions so much. Maybe it starts a process of awareness that you're not conscious about. Maybe it points you to something personal in your life that you should solve by facing it instead of writing it off by typing lengthy articles in the comment section. I don't know, but whatever it may be, have respect for the one who shares his soul with the world. It's a precious thing, this human connection. It makes us to who we are. And let's not spoil that by emotional opinions that never will make a difference from within a comment box of a YouTube channel. If you really want to have a serious conversation with me about certain aspects of what I bring on this channel, there are other means to contact me. And more than you would realize have done this and have spoken directly to me. And trust me, it's a better use of our time than the comment section. But there is also respect for those of you who simply want to be part of this community and want to share impressions. I am blessed with absolutely the best audience a musician can wish for. A wonderful group of people, of which many names mean a lot to me, even though we've never met. Of which I enjoy so much to read the little thoughts and thank yous, as they know I am and will read it. And this community coming together in the comments, but certainly during the live chat of a premiere, is something that I want and will look after even more. During the premiere of the Beethoven sonata, in which we broke a record of viewers by the way, a few persons came with the sole purpose to disturb a community that comes together and simply wants to enjoy the music. That should not happen anymore. Music brings people together, and that powerful human connection is something that is worth looking after for. So what about the comments in the future? As many of you have seen, I launched that poll on the community tab of this channel a day after the Beethoven release. There were 3 options to choose from as an answer to the question how you felt about turning the comment section down. First, it is better like this, leave them off. Second, I miss sharing my views and reading those of others. 3, disable them for the music videos, but not for the spoken videos. I personally saw a beauty in the music videos to be totally on their own, in the open, just to enjoy, be inspired by or not, and leave it to this. Untouchable in a way, yes, that as well. But that they deserve to be. At least that was my opinion. But you thought differently, and not by a small margin. Here is the result of the poll with 544 votes by the time I prepared this video. 81% of you choose for option number 2, which is such a strong signal that it is hard to deny. And I see the logic of it as well. Social platforms live by the nature of interaction. But moving forward, I will change a few things. You will or will not remember the community guidelines video I launched a few months ago. I link it here in the info card. I will summarize this in a few lines and post this as a first comment for every video to be published, as for every live chat in a YouTube premiere or live stream. All that I will ask for is basic respect for everyone involved. Respect also in accepting the fact that I will not participate in discussions anymore. I offer plenty of possibilities to interact with me one-on-one, and if you care that much to interact with me on this subject, my Patreon site is open for everyone. Or even through simple request by email I'm accessible. As we will up our game in moderation. And no, it's not about blocking opinions which are worth what they are worth and nothing more than that. And it certainly is not about blocking free speech, the latter being a rather ridiculous claim some have and will continue to make, as if the power of speech is in my hands, as if I could prevent anyone from speaking freely just by denying access to the comment section of my videos. No, the world today is full of platforms that at no cost will receive any message. Starting a YouTube channel requires you literally 5 minutes, and so if some people are really concerned to oppose the idea I bring on this channel, there are plenty of ways other than my comment section to ventilate that. But yes, it requires work, time, and certainly commitment. Up to them if the cause they want to defend is worth all of that. You'll excuse me to not feeling much to do that work for them. And the moderation done for this channel is done by persons that have absolute authority to do whatever they feel is right to do. I will never interfere in their decisions. Just stop typing if the message is one that you might not say out loud when invited to a concert or a private dinner, and it will be all fine. Hope this makes sense to you. I thought it to be necessary to stand still for a moment, certainly since we grow this platform by presenting more musicians to you than just me. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon again. Bye.